Rosalina secretly reset the entire Mario universe, and the movie accidentally shows you the evidence while you're too busy watching the action to notice.
You're coming with me!
She spends most of the movie acting like she already knows what's coming. That's what started the theory. When Peach finally learns the truth, Rosalina reveals that the two are sisters. Both were born from stardust. Both possess cosmic powers. And years earlier, Rosalina secretly sent baby Peach away to protect her from an unknown attacker. Fans immediately notice something strange. Rosalina never explains how she knew the attack was coming. She never explains who the attacker was. And she never seems surprised by any of the galaxy-level threats that appear throughout the movie. Supporters argue she behaves less like someone experiencing these events for the first time, and more like someone who's already seen them happen before. Then comes the ending. Peach and Rosalina literally terraform planet Bowser into an entirely new world using the power of the cosmos. Not repair it, not rebuild it, transform it. Luigi may have secretly died during the movie and been restored by cosmic forces without anyone realizing it happened. The evidence starts piling up fast. Bowser Jr. turns him into a baby early in the film, which is already a form of having your existence fundamentally altered. Then, his group crash lands in Fossil Falls. A Tyrannosaurus starts actively hunting them. The brothers end up stranded in one of the most dangerous locations in the entire film with no obvious way out. Fans tracked what happened next. Luigi gets turned into a baby, crash lands in Fossil Falls, gets hunted by a Tyrannosaurus, gets stranded with no obvious way out. Supporters point out the situation only changes after Yoshi finds the Super Scope and after the Lumas physically arrive to transport everyone to safety. The Lumas show up specifically at that moment, not earlier, not later, right when Luigi's survival becomes hardest to explain. The theory says Luigi briefly died somewhere in that sequence and was unknowingly restored once cosmic forces started interfering with the reality around him. The Lumas sacrifice themselves to recreate the cosmos. Fans think that's why they appear at every major cosmic event in the movie. Throughout the movie, they appear everywhere important. They guide heroes, power the observatory, travel between galaxies, rescue characters, and help channel the power that ultimately transforms planet Bowser. Fans started asking a simple question: what exactly are the Lumas? The movie never treats them like ordinary creatures. Supporters argue they're something much bigger, living fragments of the cosmos itself, tiny pieces of creation walking around with smiling faces. Some viewers believe every major cosmic event in the movie comes with a hidden cost. The Lumas constantly give away their energy, constantly help others, constantly fuel impossible miracles. The theory suggests that the universe survives because the Lumas keep sacrificing parts of themselves to sustain it. Little stars holding reality together, one act of kindness at a time. Super Mario Galaxy secretly hints the universe already ended. A surprising amount of the galaxy feels abandoned for a film this colorful. Space Junk Galaxy, forgotten ruins, ancient structures floating through empty space with no inhabitants and no explanation for where they went. Fans notice that many locations feel less like thriving civilizations and more like leftovers. Nobody explains who built everything. Nobody explains where previous inhabitants went. Supporters believe that's intentional. The theory suggests Mario isn't exploring a living universe, he's exploring the remains of an older one. Even Rosalina's story points toward loss, a mysterious attacker, a family separated for years, a past that nobody fully understands. The movie constantly focuses on things that used to exist, things that disappeared. Cosmic Mario represents a darker version of Mario. The movie never directly shows a Cosmic Mario figure, but fans think the concept is embedded in the story itself. Mario's greatest strength throughout the film is also his most dangerous quality. He acts first and thinks later. Bowser literally tricks Mario into helping restore him to full size by exploiting exactly that instinct. Mario rushes into danger again and again without fully understanding the consequences of what he's doing, and supporters argue the film is deliberately showing the shadow side of heroism. The same bravery that saves everyone is the same quality that creates half the disasters in the first place. Fans say Cosmic Mario isn't a separate character waiting to appear in a sequel. He's already in this movie. He's every moment Mario's confidence tips over into recklessness, and the film is too charming and fast-moving for most viewers to notice the pattern while it's happening. What if Cosmic Mario was never supposed to be a separate character. What if Mario was slowly becoming him all along? The universe is trapped in an endless cosmic cycle. The film returns to the same idea constantly from completely different angles. Peach loses her family and finds it again.
I knew you would come for me.
Worlds get damaged and rebuilt. Planet Bowser gets transformed into something entirely new. Peach's castle gets rebuilt from the ground up. Fans notice that the movie constantly returns to the idea of renewal. Things fall apart, things are reborn, families separate, families reunite, worlds are destroyed and recreated. Supporters believe the film is quietly describing how the universe itself operates, not as a straight line, as a cycle. Some fans think every Mario adventure may simply be another turn of that wheel. The heroes win, the kingdom recovers, the stars keep moving, and eventually the cycle begins again, just as it always has. Rosalina may secretly be guiding Mario through a dead galaxy. Fans notice she's always guiding people rather than reacting to events herself. She watches, explains, directs, protects, almost like someone maintaining a system that's much older than everyone around her. Supporters point to her connection with the observatory and the Lumas.
We did that one last night.
Flubber, flubber, flubber.
Rosalina seems completely familiar with places and forces that leave everyone else confused. The theory suggests she has spent centuries watching galaxies rise and fall, not stopping the process, managing it, helping others navigate forces they don't understand, like a lighthouse keeper standing at the edge of the cosmos, showing lost travelers where to go next. Black holes hint at universal collapse. Bowser Jr.'s entire plan revolves around a universe-destroying cannon. Think about that for a second. Not a kingdom-destroying cannon. A universe-destroying cannon.
The Bowser name shall be feared once more!
Fans immediately connected that idea to one of Galaxy's oldest themes, cosmic collapse. Supporters argue the movie repeatedly reminds viewers how fragile existence really is, entire worlds can be altered, reality itself can be reshaped. The theory suggests that destruction is always lurking somewhere in the background, not because of villains, because that's simply how the universe works. Stars die, worlds disappear, everything eventually collapses. The characters are just trying to survive long enough to see what comes next. Nintendo secretly hid existential horror inside Mario. Peach discovers partway through the movie that she isn't who she thought she was. Her entire identity changes in a single conversation. She learns she was born from stardust. She learns Rosalina is her sister. She learns her life was built on secrets she never knew existed. Supporters argue the movie constantly asks uncomfortable questions. What makes someone who they are? If your memories change, are you still the same person? If a world is transformed into something new, is it still the same world? The movie never answers, it just keeps moving. Funny jokes, bright colors, existential dread hiding in the background exactly where Nintendo knows most people won't look. The observatory may exist outside normal reality, it appears when needed, travels impossible distances without explanation, acts as a refuge between galaxies in a way that no conventional spacecraft could manage. Fans believe that's intentional. Supporters argue the observatory doesn't behave like a spaceship, it behaves like a sanctuary between worlds. A place that exists outside ordinary space. That would explain why Rosalina always seems detached from time, why the Lumas treat it like home, and why it feels less like a vehicle and more like a dimensional crossroads. Some fans compare it to a lifeboat floating above reality itself. Others compare it to a waiting room between universes. Either way, one thing keeps coming up. The observatory doesn't feel like part of the galaxy, it feels like it's watching the galaxy from somewhere beyond.